next up, the much anticipated Oscar-winning director Ryusuke Hamaguchi had his new film playing at the festival. High expectations going in. Already said
Theater
this.
was packed. The theater was packed for that one.
What do you mean, the theater?
The theater was packed for
Oh, it
Hamaguchi.
was
Like there
packed.
were
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah. Yeah, there
yeah.
were some movies where you can obviously like the interest is waning a bit, and this one was packed. Everyone was ready for this. Well, although then I saw immediately after, it was like people were packed because he won an Oscar, not because they had seen his previous work. Because they were like,
True.
"Oh, best movie to fall asleep to." There was so many like letterboxed people, like obviously because there's a bunch of people in Venice as well that are just like students that get in,
Yeah.
mixed with industry and press, which is sometimes you see a ton of young people and you're like, what are you doing here? Which we can't really fault because we also, I would say, consider still quite young when you look at the balding nature of the rest of the like theater room. But like a bunch of them then immediately go in letterbox, first of all break the embargo, and then also say like fell asleep to number 7, and it's like, what are you doing at the festival? Just, I mean, if you have nothing to say, then basically please say nothing. But this one did have a lot to say. It all, like in typical Amaguchi style, it does it quite directly through conversation, and it takes its time. Ultimately, like I said, where it arrives, I don't really see the theme of evil does not exist completely coming through. I definitely need a rewatch. I need some people who are smarter than me, maybe having some theories of what it meant. Because it did leave me a bit cold towards the end, but all of it leading up to it, which is essentially this glamping project being plucked into this really idyllic little village that is working, which is something that's an ongoing problem with Japan, is that everyone's moving to the cities, and these regions can't really survive like on their hotels and all of that stuff. So in order to kind of revitalize it, a lot of productions are like done in hotels to bring people back into I guess the smaller towns. But here it completely goes against the like having the nature of like everything that's working in this village, right? It's like harming them ultimately in the way that they are not really carefully doing that with a glamping project. Uh, and there's just like a ton of great moments, ton of great characters that get to shine in here. Also, weirdly funny movie, I gotta say.
Yeah, I think our
It's like
favorite
very
line,
funny.
both our favorite line was in this movie,
Oh yeah,
because like it is quite. Yeah, you remember the moment.
so
Uh,
funny.
it,
Yeah,
it was very well timed.
yeah.
Also, like a lot of gorgeous long takes. Like the movie basically starts with like I think maybe a 3 minute, 2 minute long take even of
Mm.
just like the woods.
Ah
Um,
yeah.
the only thing we both agreed on was the ending, which we both thought was a bit out of place. I mean, but still, it's a great movie about just the environment, protecting it, like, how do you say, like, environment
Conservation.
preservation, conservation,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's basically the theme of this movie, while uh, and I
Yeah.
can't wait for Hamaguchi's other movie, because he does have another movie coming out this year at
Hmm.
Ghent, which I will cover
Yes.
hopefully.
Mhm.
So I'm really excited to see that one. Maybe reflect it with Evil Does Not Exist, because I'm expecting another quite heavy team heavy movie from that one. And yeah, Evil Does Not Exist. I mean, it was your top four. It was your fourth favorite, right?
Yes, yeah. Before Memory, it was in my top 3, but then it got bumped last minute on the last day. But
Oh,
uh, yeah, I don't know if I love it as much because I don't know. It really is hindered by the ending. I really liked how slow it was, how much of quote unquote nothing it shows you, but it's, if you look at it, it's
everything.
like
Yeah.
everything. That's strong when a filmmaker is able to do that. And Hamaguchi just is continuously able to craft like such an engaging narrative with what we would consider cinematically nothing. So yeah.
Also, Evil Does Not Exist is my 2500th movie. I literally watched a short film on the day of like Hamaguchi,
Yeah.
just to make that movie my 2500, and not like the movie after. I was that dedicated to making Hamaguchi my 2500 movie film. So like
Yeah.
you're That's another tattoo.